The next example of this anonymous-sourced, rumor-style character assassination comes from the biggest story in the United States this week, started by the Washington Post, claiming that President Trump said African countries and Haiti are shithole countries. Since CNN, NBC, all the mainstream media picked up on it, African leaders demanded an apology.
America has got one of the best presidents ever. Mr. Trump, I love Trump. I love Trump because he tells Africans frankly.
All of social media was buzzing about it. It must have been a really clear-cut story with confirmed sources, correct? Actually, not at all. If you look at this story, the quote-unquote source was referenced 3 times. It was, according to several people briefed on the meeting, according to these people, and according to people familiar with the meeting. In a political climate where the Washington Post has already had to retract a fake, fabricated, completely fictional story they made up, the New York Times had to retract one of the most quoted and misrepresented stories of 2017. CNN has had to retract multiple fake stories. I'm sorry, but according to several people familiar with this meeting, just isn't going to do it for me, when I already know there are hundreds of politicians and millions of people who will lie just to character assassinate the other side of the political debate. Unfortunately, this is the reality that we live in.
If you're a guy with a suit and a tie, good evening, America, and you're doing that guy on any of those major networks, you've had to go through some fucking serious hoops and ladders and checks and balances. You got to represent something in order to be the person who reads the news. But what is that news for? Is it a fucking show, or is it really the news? Are they really trying to help you? What are they trying to do? You know, like, why are they doing the news? Are they doing it because they love you and care for you and they want you to be informed? Or are they doing it because they're clearly biased and they've got an agenda?
So if this is true, how are they able to lie to and manipulate so many people? These type of media tactics stem all the way back to and further than the Nazi propagandist of Germany, Joseph Goebbels. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. A lie told once remains a lie, but a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Propaganda works best when those manipulated are confident that they're acting on their own free will. Think of the press as a great keyboard on which the government can play. These tactics don't just barrage us from media sources like the New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and others. Celebrities and social media have now joined this circus. The news sections on Facebook, Twitter, Google, and YouTube are all completely rigged at the behest of the anti-Trump political establishment of Democrats, Republicans, and even deeper. One celebrity was actually being honest and told his followers this.
It's a new world, Hillary Clinton. It's a new world. It's a new world, Barack. It's a new world, Jay-Z. Hey, don't send killers at my head, bro. This ain't the Malcolm X movie. We growing from that moment. People, I'm not saying this out of my own well-being, because it wouldn't be smart out of my own well-being to say things like this. Y'all still keep following old models, your ass is gonna get Hillary Clinton. You might not like it, but they gotta hear it. I ain't here to massage you with a fake truth, telling you that Hillary gonna win over and over and over. Then you wake up, you still can't believe it. You know why? Because you was lied to by Google. You was lied to by Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, you wanna call me now? Do I got the vision, Mark Zuckerberg?
Google's lead guy, Eric Schmidt, who recently stepped down, was reportedly staff for Hillary's campaign. Bernie Sanders and Trump never had a chance for fair coverage, and it's since ramped up even more after the election. When you search on YouTube, there is a top news section that gives priority to corporate media companies guilty of spreading fake news multiple times over the last year. The algorithm is literally rigged. Just open your eyes to see it. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's a literal fact. Twitter recently admitted to sabotaging Trump and Bernie this election by censoring a DNC hashtag. All of their featured news posts are extremist left-wing content aimed at the destruction of pretty much anyone keeping it real, even decent liberals. To top that off, Release the Memo hashtag became a #1 trend in the world because millions of Americans want transparency in what's building up to be one of the biggest political crimes and scandals of this century. So what did Twitter do? They sabotaged it, shadow banned it by suggesting Russia and Obama legacy were the top searches and trends when there were literally hundreds of thousands of more people using Release the Memo and Obamagate. They also shut down some accounts and even sent out millions of emails telling left-leaning and right-leaning Americans that they were possibly sharing posts from Russian bots. Not definitely, but maybe. Wow. This is ridiculous propaganda reminiscent of a communist country. Another giant, widespread, fictional campaign like the shithole countries was the Trump-Russia collusion. No proof, no evidence, no reality, just lots of lying. Morgan Freeman, almost every celebrity, almost every news source, every social media, every day. Even though all of the Russia collusion evidence leads right back to the Uranium One scandal, but the truth doesn't matter when the top sites and top news companies and top social media companies act like it doesn't exist. Yes, it's that easy to manipulate people. I don't care if people don't like Trump. I don't care if people like Trump. But the crowd that doesn't like him is so easy to control. Yes, it goes both ways, but this is getting beyond ridiculous. People have a tendency to believe everything, question nothing, and then attack people who are questioning because hundreds of millions of people see it. We're just waiting for everyone else to catch up so we can have debates, discussions, and solutions for things that actually exist. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like to support my news analysis, there will be a link below the title and in the comment section. Much love to you, and I hope you have an amazing 2018 and beyond. This is deeper than just policies and political preferences.